Hi fam, welcome back to another episode of Together with Sean, or just me, like talking bullshit that eventually would make a lot of sense in your life. And yeah, so life update. It has been like tough on me. You know, uh, I quit my job. Like I think like the title is pretty evident of that because yeah, so like I told you all, I tried managing everything, my relationships, my jobs, my business, my everything. Uh, but it got to a point where I started realizing that whatever efforts that I'm putting in on the job is like I wouldn't say it's not worth it. Like pay you. You know how I don't want to rant about corporate altogether. I think like you have your major sets of priorities, your major sets of things that you'll equally like. There are a lot of people who like corporate life, they enjoy it. I tried it for a couple of months. Even prior to that, I tried adjusting to corporate. I think you know it's just how we adapt to the situations, how we adapt to the environments. Because yeah, growing up, I feel like I was pushed so much into the hustle culture, and I'm not saying that this is right or what is wrong. Everyone's right in their opinion, in their story. I'm just saying that I dwelled up so much into the hustle culture, where there used to be frequent booze nights or Saturday Sunday nights. Everyone's partying and not necessarily drinking or smoking up, but everyone's enjoying. Even if when everyone's enjoying, everyone's having an off day, I used to feel like, yeah, I need to build something, man. I need to build something that pave my way to get out of here, shit like that. um that was like the whole mentality throughout the college. Even throughout the college, I always used to think, that let's just build something and let's not waste the time here. And it will sound like super funny and super out of nowhere to you guys, but there was a lot of time in my college, a lot of time, all the time in my job. I felt like I should be doing something meaningful, and I do feel like that in most of the stages in my life. But traveling is the only thing I don't feel like I'm doing something that I shouldn't be doing. I'm wasting my time, I'm wasting my money. I don't feel like that when I'm traveling, particularly while traveling. So yeah, that's what happened. That's what used to happen. I got a full-fledged job. People were very nice to me, and like when I was actually leaving, they were like, "What's up? What's the matter? Why are you leaving so early? Why are you exiting so quick?" And I just said that some sort of personal problems. I couldn't come up with the whole reality check, because it was more around like I was a lot bitchy about corporate. Because I just at that point I wanted to rant about the whole corporate life so bad, but I know eventually they're gonna take it on themselves that we didn't read this guy right. But I don't think that's the matter. The matter is the idea of giving your 9 hours of work and 2 hours of traveling to an organization. I don't care if they pay you or not, but I think the level of mindlessness one requires to get to somewhere near corporate. And God has given you like 18 years of your life, 18 like 22 years of your life to explore yourself, and you fail to do so. And I think that's when you end up somewhere that you didn't have idea of ending up. I think so yeah, I just it gave me a lot of bad time mentally. It's just not the place, just not the organization. I don't think it's the organization or the people at all. It's just me. I think it's a me problem. I just thought about it and I didn't like the idea. And when I really thought about it, I just sit well with me. Me imagining myself, someone like me who's I consider myself very creative, very fond of multi-passionate stuff, doing things like corporate, just like working 5 days a week and getting the freedom twice a week, Saturday, Sunday, weekends. You're gonna booze again, you're gonna blend in again. I just didn't want to blend in, and I wanted to create something of my own. And since I told you all, like, I didn't talk much about my business, but all I could say was, um, I just like had to grow my business, like, had to give my 100% potential somewhere. I don't think I'm doing that right now, but like I'm getting there. And yeah, like as much as I know that, like, there's a huge chip on my shoulder, that there's a whole responsibility that I need to fulfill. And like I think my expectations from myself outweighs everything that like I have on my shoulder right now. So yeah, I mean, the grind's still on. I got a bit distracted, but I think the failures, just a part of your life. You just, when you take it so deeply, and that's where you fail to get up back on track, where you, like, left off and had some fun. So I think, like, yeah, I just, slipped off for a couple of days, but tomorrow is gonna be a mad day, man. I gotta hustle a lot tomorrow. I gotta make tomorrow mine. Every day you have a new opportunity of owning that fucking day. And if you do that, you're going to places, my G. So yeah, that's me, explaining my fuck up, just journaling myself into my, like, in my own lingo. I don't give a fuck what anyone else thinks of, like, whatever bullshit I'm speaking, how I'm speaking. So I'm just, like, concerned about if I'm speaking it every day or not. It's not about the views, it's not about the likes. It's just like me turning back the 100 days of my life, and, like, I have a page for every day. It'll be really dope. And yeah, we gotta grind, bro. We gotta get back to grind. God gives you a new day to rule every day, and you gotta own it, own that shit. We're doing really well. We just need a mentality shift as soon as possible, and we're gonna work on that tomorrow, and we're gonna update it right here. Bye bye.